current rubber-stamped 9th Assembly of the Nigerian National Assembly is nothing to write home about. And this morning we came up to see the news on 125 billion naira National Assembly budget, of which the Senate President and House Speaker, you see, they are hiding the figures. They say it is not going to be disclosed. A public document at that, they are not disclosing it. It is not coming to me or many of us as a surprise when you have the government of impunity, politicians of never-do-wells, people who are not in government with the people's mandate, people who have forced themselves on the people, people who are no leaders, but rather emperors over the people, people who I would describe as the real problem of Nigeria. If you like, pass the bill today on hate speech. Come and hang many of us. You have a lot of us to hang. But the truth must be told. And I'm not here to bore you with so many words. I want to bring out facts to tell you that if you this country called Nigeria, it is irredeemable. You can go and argue with your ancestors. With what we're having now in Nigeria, I keep asking the question, what is the problem of Nigeria? Is Nigeria the problem of Nigeria, or Nigerians the problem of Nigeria? Now let me tell you. When you have a government with the mantra of fighting corruption, and they are embedded and embellished in corruption, there is no hope.
Democracy, Mr. President, is the best form of government. But democracy can be the worst form of government when there's injustice, when there's corruption, and there's no accountability in the system. It can only be said to be good government in place when you have justice, fairness, transparency. Those are the pillars, those are the hallmark of democracy. Where it is lacking, Mr. President, men of goodwill, the progressive, must rise to the occasion. And I'm glad that we are standing. That the fact is, Mr. President, this is one of the worst crimes ever committed in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A man single-handedly mismanaged over 100 billion in a nation where we have thousands, hundreds of thousands of graduates roaming the streets. A man mismanaged 100 billion. The same man is cruising on the street of Abuja with bulletproof cars. What is the future of Nigerian nation?
And in the country where the people are the cause of their problem, because your government cannot be different from the people. Yes, it is the kind of Nigerians that are producing their kind of government. I will repeat it all over. And before I end this video, you will agree with me totally. Now let me not go too far. The current National Assembly have come up to tell us that there is no separation of power. So there is no principle of democracy in this government, because they said that everything that comes from the executive is good for Nigerians. Where does that happen? Where does that happen? You increase VAT. In fact, everything that is thrown at them, pam, straight on. And I wonder why you still have National Assembly now gulping 125 billion naira in budget. What are they doing? How many of them are there? And the rest of Nigerians, 200 and something million people, as they so called it, are being, taken for a ride by just less than 1% of the population. And the people are keeping quiet. They are sleeping. Some of them are praying. Now, let me tell you, this man had it in a clear terms. And he had described this current government. And I want you to listen to it.
How can you predicate selection of leadership for a country on the basis of money, and we expect things to go right? So we have got to go back and correct that. And the way to do it, you have to change the basis on which the parties are brought in. I'm telling you the one mistake that was made, and we are paying for it. And look at what we have now. I mean, all this talk about corruption is just silly. Nobody is prepared to fight corruption today.
So the fight is not real.
It's just nonsense. All these institutions that talk about corruption, and you can see it playing out. Somebody who has a case in the EFCC, being appointed a minister, and being cleared by a Senate, made of similar people. I mean, where do you go?
Truth cannot be better than what this man said. Truth cannot be better than what this man said. And if you like, go and hug transformer. But the truth must be told. And from what he said, you will understand that it is Nigerians that carry themselves, put themselves for inside the kind mess they here. Yes, when we have thought that we have seen the worst in governance under PDP, we know say Nigerians, they go sell cat to buy a dog. Things we see the seat there for their domot. Yes, from frying pan to fire. Now, somebody has come up to address the problem of Nigeria in his own historic perspective. I want you to listen to him, though I don't literally agree to everything that he said, but listen to him. I'm coming back.
Born in 1960, but I heard of Dr. Kalu Ezera, who had suggested in 1960 that Nigeria should change to Songhai, because you know the great empires in West Africa, you had Guinea, you had Ghana, you had Mali, and then you had Songhai. Nkrumah on the 6th of March 1957 changed the colonial name of Gold Coast to Ghana and focused the attention of Ghanaians on the new entity. Unfortunately, the leadership of Nigeria at independence was not that far-sighted to even recognize that Flora Shaw, the girlfriend of Lord Lugan, could not give us a name, because the cognomen of Nigeria is derived from the Latin nigr. Nigr is black. It is from nigr that we got Negro. And now, in fact, the racists now call us niggers. So, in fact, it was a derisive name to give us, nigger area. And every time I see Nigerian athletes at international athletic meetings, and they wear tags saying NGR, it reminds me of nigger. And if even in America, where rednecks, racists, are now afraid to use what is called the N-word, you don't say nigger anymore in today's world. And it's still, for me, antithetical to our pride. And as the world's largest concentration of black people, to be using that epithet of Nigeria. Songhai has some relationship with Nigeria. So I thought we could actually start rediscovering Nigeria by changing the name and all the bad things that have been associated with Nigeria. Nigeria is not a name that I'm proud of.
You see, I have said it over and over again, that the problem of Nigeria is foundational, that you cannot be separate from what you are. Now go, snake must give birth to something that is long. What is the foundation of Nigeria? Colonization. Nigeria is a product of colonization, and they have continued to live according to the principle of colonization, subjugation, exploitation, intimidation, deprivation, everything bad, negative. That is what colonization represents. Colonization is indigenized slavery. If you don't know that, know it. And that is what Nigeria has. And some people will agree to the fact that, yes, name has a way of having a great role in your life. Yes, the name you answer go a long way to follow you. And that is what this man has really exhibited in his position. But I must tell you, it is far deeper than that. It is far deeper than that. I must tell you that we have an identity before colonization. We have an identity before colonization, and there are proofs to that. We are Biafrans before Nigeria was created. Some people are have their own indigenous identity even before colonization. You don't tell us that just like they say that Mungo Park discovered River Niger. Mungo Park discovered River Niger. The River Niger, where my own ancestors, they fish, they swim, they go out, they do all manner of things on for River Niger. And somebody come from Europe to tell you that he discovered River Niger and you believe him. That is the kind of useless history they are telling us, and we are believing such garbage. We have an identity before Nigeria was created, and that is the identity we continue to fight to sustain, because I am an indigenous person of Biafra. My ancestors were Biafrans before Nigeria was created. So, other people that have been cropped into this nightmare you call Nigeria. So, when we say, even if we must stay together, even if you say we have to have this unbreakable boundary you call Nigeria, let everybody go and answer his own name regionally, because we are never the same people. We just need to understand our differences. We just need to come back home and fix our problems. So those who are asking for regional government are not far from the truth. But to completely bury the trace of colonization and what it carries, everybody should answer his name, and probably will find a way to work together. In fact, it is not just about Nigerians or those who have found themselves in this trap hole called Nigeria, but the generality of African nation. There should not be any boundary. All these artificial boundaries that were created by colonial masters and all that must completely be erased so that Africa can move forward. I don't see the reason why we have the world treasure right under our feet, yet we are impoverished because of wicked, insensitive politicians that call themselves leaders. Misleaders, as I rightly call them. They are rulers, they are not leaders. And that is what you're having at the National Assembly. Why won't they kill? Why would they maim? Why would they do all manner of evil to force themselves as your politicians or your political leaders, claiming that they have your mandate? Which mandate? Who gave them? Just like we witnessed in Bayelsa and Kogi State, somebody will start parading that he has mandate of the people after killing hundreds of people to emerge. Let me tell you, to a large extent, and that is where I'm wrapping it up, Nigerians are the problem of Nigeria. Let me now tell you this. Nigerians are the problem of Nigeria. Because a people cannot be different from the kind of government they have. Yes. Because if you go to Kogi State today, the kind of government they are having is not far-fetched from whom they are. Take it or leave it. You can go and argue with your ancestors, I don't care. But you get the kind of government you are. Because the people that were used to rig the elections, the people that were used to cause violence, the people that were used to snap ballot buses, the people that were used even as security operatives or even officials of that electoral process, they are people from that same community, that same state. The same with Bayelsa State. And tomorrow, if you are not being paid your salary, don't cry, because that is what you desire. That is what you got. That is the simple truth. And some of you that are saying, I don't want to be part of the process, I am not interested in being part of the process, you are the bigger problem. You are the bigger problem, because it takes a fool to be ruled by a fool. It takes a failed people to be ruled by never-do-wells. Until Nigerians live above their fear, you are afraid to die. You are afraid to speak up. You are afraid to stand up. But you are dying every day. You either die of road accident, preventable disease, insecurity, a lot of things. You die every day. Even those who are living are living walking corpse. I must tell you that Nigerians today, especially the celebrity or those who are claiming social status, they are all flying to Dubai to show forth. But you ask yourself, those people in Dubai, that you are going to enjoy their city, their beauty, their everything. You carry the small money where you make here, you go dump for there. Those places where they go. Now person, now the people, now they make their kind of government. No be me talk. Now the people where they come from there, now the Dubaians, or what do you call it? How do they call Dubai people? Those citizens of Dubai, now then talk. Listen to them.
Nigeria has oil before than Dubai. It's a history. They are more rich than us. They have agriculture, they have mining, they have everything, you name it, they have it. Am I right or wrong? When you have a true leadership, which we have nothing, but we have everything because we have the right leadership. That's the only thing you need, a right leader for your country, not corruption.
You get what you want when it comes to government. Don't sit down there and tell me they impose themselves on you because you are sleeping. You don't care. And that is why it has to be so. So Nigerians, you can attest to the fact that you are the problem of yourselves. Whether you call yourself Biafra, Oduduwa, Arewa, whatever name you call yourself, which are our indigenous identities of different clans in Nigeria, we are our own problem. When you say you are not interested in what is happening to you now, we are all, the truth of the matter is that we are all looped into this mess. And until we find a way out of it. Listen, regional government to start with is not an option. It's not an option to be debated. It is sacrosanct. It is a must. If we have an agenda, let that be number one. So that from there, we now define our territory. From there, we now define ourselves as a nation. From there, we now map out our destiny and pursue it. Then the rest can follow. What do you call it? No, I'm not here to come and tell you so many things that is not supposed to be said here. But I'm telling you, wherever you come from, you are a victim of this country, Nigeria. And until you stand up, nothing, don't expect anything from this British colonial contraption.
Now we become
I'm signing out. Keep watching, keep listening, keep the hope alive. Bring on more people. Share this content. Like, drop your comment. Don't forget, subscribe. Keep subscribing on this platform. We need 1 million people on this platform who will start provoking the kind of life we desire and deserve. Stay blessed and stay safe.